Horse party, and they sent on their journey from the 1400 meter marker. Left hand side, Tour of Duties there. There's a line of 5 going into the turn. Subtropical Podcast. Redshift is right there. Trying to move around them. World Mission. He's decided he's now just going to slot in, try and get some cover 2-3 lengths off them. Sorting out for a leader, and Tour of Duty picked up the lead 1 length. Redshift directly behind second. Green cap of Podcast, there's no real speed on. Play the Night has made a length in the blue on the outer. Field Marshal Phoenix tucked up towards the inside. Subtropical only 3.5 lengths off them. At the back of the field is World Mission. 600 to go, no speed records being set. It's going to be a sprint for home. Tour of Duty by a half. Play the Night looms large. Redshift on the bridle. Podcast towards the outer. Field Marshal Phoenix gets a dream run up the inside if good enough. Redshift needs the gap to open. Coming to the 300. Tour of Duty. Field Marshal Phoenix Podcast. If Redshift gets through, he wins it. 150 to go. The gap opens. Field Marshal Phoenix, but Redshift exploding into action. And this is bullseye. Redshift going away. Field Marshal Phoenix second, Podcast and Subtropical. Redshift all dressed up, had nowhere to go, but when that gap opened, Gareth Wright drove home the dagger on Redshift at 12 Rand 30. Well, out at the stables yesterday doing interviews for the weekend, I was with Byron Foster and Gareth Wright and them, and they said this horse Redshift, they're looking for a super performance, and he's showing some top work back home. So you could see cruising down the lane, and Gareth Wright just had to hope the gaps opened, and he powers through number 5. 12 Rand 30 the win, 410 the place. Well done to Byron Foster, the Nels, the Platners. This is a well-bred son of Silvano. Field Marshal Phoenix, Podcast and Subtropical. The head-on you'll see Redshift was waiting for the gaps to open. There you can see he's behind Tour of Duty, full of running at this stage, and then he looks for the gap, no gap there. He's now got to go towards the inside, and that gap is just big enough for Redshift to come through. Field Marshal Phoenix, but Redshift now starts to tear through the attack. Gareth Wright and Redshift come home to bounce away late on. That's the running of the 7th. Seal of approval from Gareth Wright. Back to the studio.
Well done to Mrs. Plattner and La Plussan Stud, the son of Silvano Redshift, showing that there's no shortage of ability. A one-time winner coming through from Cape Town, and Andre must have thought, let me send him to Byron and see what happens there. 1 barrier trial behind Can You Feel It, and boom, into the number 1 box. Impressive. It was impressive today, Byron.
Yeah, he had come on a nice amount after that barrier trial, and Gareth was very happy with his work in the last 10 days, and he gave us a lot of confidence, and obviously we had to ride him a little patiently. Andre gave us a heads up on his antics of wanting to run across the track a little bit, so that's why Gareth had to give him the patient ride. He said he probably could have even sat further back, but the numbers up, and I would say full credit to Gareth and well done to the team at home.
Travelled so well.
Yeah, he's like that at home too. Look, he's really gives you a good, pleasing to the eye when you watch him work.
Well, with this type of performance against this type of field, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with him, yeah?
Yeah, obviously his rating's at a fair mark at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't get too much of a penalty, but we'll just plot along.
I'll give our best to Andre. Well done to yourself and your team, Byron, as well, and well done to Mrs. Plattner.
Yeah, thanks. He's obviously well done to everyone. Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's get Garrett in. He's going to tell us a bit more. The floor is yours, young man, because you were just sitting like you were relaxing back home in a Goma sofa.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Mrs. Plattner and Andre. Thanks for the horses, and it's wonderful being a part of a team, and well done to Byron and Thomas here. I'm just grateful to be a part of a team like this and getting some support, and they make my job so much easier. We're working well together, and this was won well today.
Talking about winning well, I mean, at what stage did you think, like, I'll have to press the button now because I'm going so well?
Most of the race I was going pretty well. Going
Yes.
through the 800, I was actually looking to if I'm going out or in because I was going that well. And I opted to just sit on him and try get a run out, but this horse stayed kind of tight.
Yes.
But because he does tend to hang, and we've worked with him a lot and he's getting it out of his system, so I didn't want to just rush him to the inside and let him hang in, and I wanted to teach him. That's why I rode him quietly, and he's got a turn of foot at work. I've been tucking him in and he turns it on well, so it's glad to see him bring it here. So when they came around me, I was going so well, I didn't panic, I just did pace work and he really turned on well.
It is a small field, but things can get pretty tight, but the gaps seem to open at the right time.
Yes, like I said, I wanted to go out and I had no gap.
Yes.
So I just had to sit, and when you've got horse under you in a small field, you can barge your way through, and I had a gap and the horse did the job today.
The performance like this, he could win a few heats here.
Most definitely. If he keeps progressing, he'll be back in the winner's box.
Do you have a ride in the back?
No, I'm done. Nice to finish off with the winner.
Well, good win here, Gareth, and a nice confident ride from you as well.
Thank you very much. Well done to Mrs. Plattner, and thanks Andre again. Thanks.
Gareth Wright doing duty for Mrs. Patner, Andre Nell, and the team number 5, Red Shift. And that will definitely boost the jackpot dividend, I'm certain of that. And we'll drop a few tickets in the pick 6 as well. If you've included it, well played.